So let us now have a look at the Save as Default option. As you can see in the image here, if I right click on any container handle or on any widget, excuse me, I get the option to save as default. So let's talk about and look at what that is and how that works. First of all, let me just go to the widget panel and drag myself a heading down here. Now, at the moment, this heading is simply styled using the global settings, so it uses that font and that size, etc., as an H2 heading. And I could, if I wanted to, go and style this. But if I've got a heading like this already, which I've taken a long time to style, with this kind of offset background image, I don't want to have to spend time doing that again. So there's a couple of things I can do, and actually the end results are the same. If I hover over here, right click and say copy, and right click and say paste style, there you can see it's taken all the style attributes from there and used it there. Well, that's fine. That is one way of doing it. There's no reason why you wouldn't want to do it that way. But there is a better way and a slightly quicker way to make sure you get that design consistency throughout. Now, here's one top tip. If I right click on anything, section, widget, whatever, I always have the option to reset style. And this is your get out of jail card if you do something with styling that you want to then eradicate. Just reset style and it'll go back to how it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is use the save as default. So we saw when I pulled a heading in, we got that. I'm going to go here because this is the design that I want. I'm going to right click and say save as default. And what that does now is it overwrites the heading widget. So let me just get rid of, actually I don't need to get rid of that, we'll keep it. So now when I take a heading and pop it in there, it's automatically like that. So let's drag in another one. So I can go in here and edit these, make them whatever I want to, but every time now I use a heading widget, I will always get that style. It doesn't matter whether it's an H1 or whatever the semantic label is, I will always get that design. And that might be quite convenient while you're filling out a page like this one, but what to do when you no longer want that design, you want to use something else? Well, I can simply use our old friend here, reset style, and then save as default. And now every time I use a heading, I'll get that same default. Okay, so that's how we use save as default. It can be extremely helpful, but always remember you've got that reset style. If you pull something in, you don't want it that way, you've changed your mind. So we can delete all of these. Now we're finished, and I hope that was helpful.